Hi, my sisters. Hey, I'm back. Let's talk. We need to talk about something. You know, let's talk about today the power of saying no. Do you hear me? The power of saying no. Let's talk. We're going to talk on a serious note because we know a lot of times saying the word no to someone is very hard. It's very hard. But it is necessary. It is necessary sometimes to say no. Sometimes when we say the word no to somebody, when they ask us something, it make us feel bad. It make us feel like they're not going to understand if I say no. They're not going to feel good if I tell them no, and then it's not going to make me feel good. So instead of us really saying how we really feel, we go on and say yes. And yes, sometimes when we can't say no to something that we really want to say no to, it gets us in a situation a lot of time that is hard to get out of. So can we be real today? Let's be real about saying no when it's really necessary to say no. People will make you feel really bad if they ask you for something or to do something or anything that you have to say no to. And a lot of times we get ourselves in situations that we can't get out of, or it take us a long time to get out of because we didn't say no. You know, a lot of times we're in relationships that shouldn't have never started. But because we didn't have enough power to say no, we jumped into a relationship that caused us a lot of crying, a lot of hardships, a lot of years of regrets because we didn't say no. You feel it already. You feel it. You know what you want and what you don't want. You feel, and you have that sensation inside of you that's telling you say no, say no, say no. But because of the fear that you have to say no, you say yes. Yes, it's fear. It's fear to say no because you don't know what the outcome of it is going to be. And I spoke to someone about why is it so hard for you to say no? Well, they said because they don't want nobody to tell them no. So they feel like they're going to get in the situation in their life one day that they're going to need some help. And I guess they feel like they're going to go back to that same person that they say no to. And they may turn them down because they told them no. But can I tell you something? How many times have these people and people telling you no? Every time when you needed them, they didn't come around. Whatever excuses that they have, it still meant no. But then you turn right back around and constantly doing things for people, constantly doing things that you don't feel good about. And you go ahead on and say, I'll do it. I remember coming up, a lot of young ladies that I've met, they should have said no to these guys, but instead they said yes because they liked the guy and they didn't want the guy feeling bad because they said no. But then because they didn't say no, sis, now they have children that they didn't need at the time. But because they didn't say no, they got themselves in a situation now that they have to deal with it. And a lot of time when you say yes to something you want to say no to, you the one have to deal with that in the long run. Have you ever had to sign on, not had to, but you ever signed a contract with someone because they asked you to sign on a contract with them, whether you're being there, whether you being whoever they asking you to be for them to sign for a car, for a house, for a loan, anything like that. And you knew not to do it. But because you couldn't say no, you said yes and you signed it on the dotted line. Later on in the contract, they had a situation to come up. They can't honor their part. But guess who's stuck with the bag? You are, sis, because you knew better. But because you couldn't say no at the moment because you really wanted to help them, but you knew in the back of your head, if they don't take care of this, it's going to fall on me. See what I'm saying? So it's okay to say no. It's okay to be able to say how you really feel. And if you want to explain to them why you want to say no, you explain to them. But you really don't owe nobody an explanation of why you are saying no. You know, a lot of times you want to help people, especially our family. Well, our family is the one, I tell you. They'll come. I need a car. I need a co-signer. My credit is not, excuse me. My credit is not where it should be. Sis, there's that red flag right there. If their credit not where it should be to get a car, how you expect for them to be able to pay this bill? First of all, they couldn't get the car. So they're going to need you to get the car, and they're going to need you to pay for that car, whether you know it or not. Now, you got some good people out there. They will, keep their word. But you know those people. You got to know what you are signing up for. You got to know, what you are saying yes to. And then you got to be willing. I'm sorry to tell you. You got to be willing, to deal with it. And see, people will play up on your emotions. They know you're nice. They know you're kind. They know you're loving. And they know you'll do anything for them. They'll say they even know that you will take the shirt off your back and give to them. And they know that. And they know how to say that in front of you to get you to feel, oh, yeah, they believe in me. Oh, yes, they know that I'm there for them. Oh, yes, they know that I'm a good person. And then now they're going to drop the bomb on you. Now, because they hype you up and they tell you all of these good things about you and stuff. And then they come and set you up because you knowing who you are, you know the type of person that you are. But since you're going to know, you're going to know, what's going on. You're going to know, sis, that you should